Right, well, hello YouTube, and welcome back to, welcome to the first one. I said I was gonna release these each month, or try to release more videos, and then I immediately got sick, and it's been about a 3-week recovery period. It usually takes me, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 shots maybe to get really into the swing of things and find just the vibe, find the flow for the day. All right, so I'm trying to find a little bit of depth here and create a little bit more. Okay, so with this first image, what I was going for is just a little practice shot to try and create a little bit of scale and depth with this building. Not my favorite shot ever, but for a first shot, not too bad. Found these two guys up here. I don't know if you can see them up here. And I'm trying to find some of these trees to shoot through so that I can frame it and get something, like I said, with a little bit more depth and kind of shoot through the trees to grab something that I really like, maybe. So sticking with the theme of depth here, I used a pretty basic composition, just using the leaves to frame the subject, and I think it turned out okay. I think we're gonna walk down to the Riverwalk and see if it's finally foggy, because every time I come down here for the fog, this is like the 4th time in the past few months I've come down here for the fog, and it just has not carried over to the Riverwalk, but you can kind of see it down there now. Oh, that's so dope. So these next few images are my favorite from this walk. These guys were climbing the trees to remove the Christmas lights from the Riverwalk, and I think they make for great photos. And he even ended up posing for one. So that was just a cool thing to see. This nice little guy on this boat, punch in a little bit. Get some foreground with the railing here. I like this square crop for its symmetry and the fact that he's got his little duck friend there, but I also shot a horizontal shot which utilizes the rule of thirds to kind of display the other boat in the background fading off into the distance. I like both, but let me know which one you like in the comments below. Here's our ops boat. It's got some nice foreground elements. I like the depth and framing in this image, with the tree providing a little bit of a frame and the curb providing a little bit of a leading line. Nothing spectacular here, but I think it's a decent image. I don't know, I like the color in these trees. It really contrasts a lot with the green and with the nothingness. So I always have trouble with this building here, this church, and it seems to be, it's just really hard to catch for some reason. I don't know. I like it a lot, but since it's kind of nestled right in between that mall, you get a lot of gross, weird mall stuff kind of in the background. So I think the best place to shoot it is from actually down here on the Riverwalk, where you can kind of, well, maybe if I got my camera here set to the correct thing. Okay, well, I'm an idiot and I can't work this camera up there. Kind of see it. There we go, finally. So I feel like this is kind of like the only shot, but you know, here we go. So relatively simple image here, just using the trees to frame the steeple. I do like how the limestone picks up some color when it gets wet. These dudes are spraying the sidewalk down. So I liked how the mist was kind of allowing the sprayer to hang in the air, creating a little bit more atmosphere. So I used the trees again to frame the shot a little bit, giving it some foreground, some depth, and a little bit of framing. And then I used this shot here to kind of give a little bit more context, used the roots to, again, just give it a little bit of foreground. I think the second one might be a little bit muddled, but I don't know. Let me know in the comments. This building right here is so awesome. And then this building down here next to it is pretty cool. This is called the Esquire, and it actually was an old barber shop and speakeasy that apparently is rumored to have been open minutes after Prohibition was lifted, and apparently they had a fully stocked bar. So a little bit of cool history. I also believe it has the longest wooden bar in Texas, but don't necessarily quote me on that. I believe that's what I heard or read or saw. But San Antonio is filled with a lot of cool history. The fog just keeps rolling in. Like, it just keeps rolling in. I like this layering of this building, but I don't know if this is going to translate to a good photo, actually. We're going to give it a shot. So initially, I wasn't too sure about this image, but the more I go back and look at it, the more I actually really like it. And I am trying my damnedest to get this Robert E. Lee building, and it is eluding me every... You know, I'm probably going to break you guys, put you on the dang ground so much, but I think I might have found a shot that I actually like. Okay, so I do actually like this shot. However, it is slightly unbalanced due to the fact that the fog on the right-hand side was covering the massive buildings in the background. I think it would have been slightly better had you seen a little bit more of those buildings, but overall, I think it worked. So with this image, I was going for the pretty typical leading lines here. I do like how the empty Riverwalk kind of adds to the desolation with the fog. And fun fact, I actually waited here for quite some time sitting on the riverbank waiting for a person to walk by in something brightly colored enough for you to get it. But all I got was this FedEx truck, so that's what I went with. So I finally found my way back to kind of where I know sort of where I'm at. And this is actually my favorite spot of the Riverwalk, just by Navarro Street right here. And I can't honestly tell you exactly why this is my favorite spot of the Riverwalk. I think it's got the most big trees. It's got the most trees that gain some color. The Weston down here is very nice. Navarro Street is nice and covered, and it's just all of the little routes that you just saw kind of winding through the riverbed here. I don't know. I just really like that. I like that, and I like these things like this massive tree. I'll flip you around and show you, like this guy right here. Yeah, just a really, really nice area. Old Mill Crossing, last known place where horses drank and forded the river. Apparently that's here. But yeah, it's just a really nice photogenic area, especially when the leaves fall and you get all of this brown, reddish brown kind of stuff over here. Super nice little park benches you can snag people's photos on. And then you've got the little historic Presa Street Bridge right here. Just a really nice area. I feel like a lot of people rag on the Riverwalk, you know, they're like, oh, it's the only thing San Antonio's got. No, it's nasty and it's gross. And
You know, sometimes that's true. Sometimes it's nasty. Sometimes it's gross, just like any other lake or stream. And then, of course, if you come down here, when all the tourists are here, it's going to be, you know, trash and drunk people and stuff like that. But the Riverwalk is, it's really nice. It's a really nice area, and I'm excited to see what they do. I'm sorry for the big old passing bus, but I'm excited to see what they do in 2025 with the Riverwalk. Okay, so I made a decent little loop around the Riverwalk here this morning. It is still foggy, but you know, I gotta eat something, and I've put it off for long enough. So this is probably where I'm gonna end this little video right after this. Sorry. Nope, maybe not. I'm gonna have to wait for it. But I'm gonna end the video here. So I appreciate it if you have hung out this long. It's probably gonna be very long and convoluted for the first video that I post to YouTube. So again, I appreciate it if you've made it this far. And that's a wrap for today. See you in the next one. Peace.